Hey everybody, here we are again. That's right. All right, so I've been waiting for something interesting to appear. Daisy's been busy the last week or so. She is back on track. She's down there at the beach. She's got the loudspeaker. She's yelling, the same old stuff. She's back in form again. She'd taken a break. I'm sure everybody down there was celebrating that, as she transitioned to her housing, that stage of the whole show that's been going on. But now she's back. Okay, so trying to find something that I feel I can dig into a little bit. This is going to be a little bit of a combo plate again. I'm going to show you a little bit from. This is a. I'm going to concentrate. There's going to be two encounters because these are the ones that interest me the most, because you have these people that are caught completely off guard, during their work day. I don't know why I find this the most interesting. I mean, the speeches I can't sit through. Her hassling around with her tribe is not really that interesting because you expect that everybody's going to be kind of nutty, right? But this is where, you get these poor, workers who are forced to put up with her and somehow get her out of the store. And it's these exchanges that sort of interest me. So this one is 4 minutes plus here. This takes place in a Trader Joe's, right next to where I believe she is staying with Big Ben in Santa Monica. Trader Joe's is a great store. They've been around for decades. And they don't deserve this shit, but they have to put up with it. And here we go. We're going to start it. This happened. This one is about, back in April. Okay, this one's from back in April. And she moseys on in, and she's going to ruin everybody's day, basically. But here we go. I'm going to back this up a little bit. This was from a couple months ago. Okay, I will decide later whether I want to kind of edit this down because I feel like if I'm bored, you're going to be bored too. But that may not be the case. Some of you may just like to sit back, relax, kick up your feet, and watch an entire video. All right. All right. Now, already, did you hear? Did you hear what she just said there? Oh wait. Let me stop this. The first thing, she's already called cops. Did you hear that? Called cops. Um, she's got her friend in there. I think this is the same woman who peed in the cup. The court lady that she had another lady that brought her to the court, not the courthouse, the police station there in West Hollywood, where she was getting out of the van. The woman was mentioning that she had put pee in a cup or something, or something she was going to. Oh, Daisy was going to drink out of a thermos or whatever. I think it's the same lady. Not that it matters. Here we go. Look at this poor. This is a Trader Joe's manager. Okay, I know it's a manager because the managers wear those Hawaiian shirts. Okay, Trader Joe's is a fun store. It's hip. It's happening. It's affordable. And the managers, it's kind of this Polynesian theme. That's where it came from in the late 60s when it was first opened. You got a bit of that theme. It's fun. But it's not fun today for this poor manager. He's wearing his shirt like, everything's cool. Don't worry, be happy. And here he is, another unsuspecting person who didn't realize that they were going to wake up this morning and encounter this in their store.
Hi, superhero. How's it going? Hey.
Yeah, hear that voice, that little tone in her voice.
Goddess, look at my
We got security. She's got security behind her too. The guy in the black shirt. There's a little the little Hawaii, the theme
on the wall. Cute. Look how lovable and sweet you are. You guys are the most loving, lovable superheroes ever.
Oh yeah, that no. Okay. No, I do think that's the woman that came with
her. I think pay for your stuff.
Look, I told him I have invisible shoes on. Good. I have a button on my shoe.
The endless taunting. It's always the taunting, and by saying you're so lovable and everything. There's something mocking about that. It's not sincere.
I laugh because I'm super ticklish if I'm telling the truth.
Want to get the police involved? That's the last thing I want to do, but that's the next.
I don't believe in police. That's
okay, here we go. Remember, I just said in the last video that she's obsessed and addicted to the police, and one way or another, The conversation is always going to circle back to involving the police, calling the police, getting the police after her. She loves it. Loves the negative attention.
And I don't respond to threats. Now I have to do a speech.
Wait a minute. She just said she doesn't respond to threats. Now I have to do a speech. So she does respond. She responds by, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. We're ramping it up here.
Giving speeches. I love you, superhero. This one's for you. What's your name? Come on,
Oh, God.
superhero. Let's start a garden that's biodiversified, where we don't have to wear our shoes. Let's go. Let's make it beautiful outside. It is so.
Oh my God. This video is only a quarter over.
Now and I know you wish there wasn't so much concrete and we can do it. Let's get together. You know that you are worth it. Go, superheroes. Here, goddess.
What? Okay, yeah, that was the woman. Okay, I saw her in the background. Did you see that? There's a baby carriage. That is the woman, I think, with the pea cup. And there's a cat. See, this is another thing. This is people bring their pets into stores now. So this lady is pushing her cat in a stroller and videoing Daisy as a favor to spread the word, I guess.
No, you guys are in my neighborhood. My name is Daisy, says the killer. This is my neighborhood, and you guys are in my guess what? You're in my tribe.
God, do you see look at that guy? Look at him right there. There he is, because he doesn't know what to do. See, his face is kind of, clenched up and everything, because he's like, oh boy, how am I going to get this freak out of here? He's not allowed to touch anybody. He is not the police. This is a challenge. It's like those safety ambassadors, those worthless safety ambassadors that they've got down there at Santa Monica, that can really kind of do nothing. He's got a shirt that says security. She knows that. She knows. But he's got to kind of corral her out the door. Kind of try to shove her out. Look on his face. What do you do? He's kind of smiling. That guy's getting a kick out of it right there. Look at him. Excuse me. I wanted to take a closer look at this face. So maniacal. So desperate. Intent. Yeah, it gets a little disturbing, when you really watch, because I think this reveals something kind of underneath all of this, where, she's talking about this utopia and how everything's going to be fantastic. But there is a lot of pain and anger under all of that. It's driven by pain and anger. That's the gasoline that she uses. Okay, I wanted to take an even closer look at this, and the only way I could do this was to video it with my cell phone camera, because TikTok does not allow you to go frame by frame. Look at this chick back there. Oh my God! Again, did she realize that when she woke up and went to work this morning, put on her little zipped up her hoodie, that this was what she was going to be standing right in front of? Just looking at her, watching her facial expressions as she's going through this. Wow. Maniacal. This just, wow. Look at that. I don't know. Whoa. Yay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? If you were in Trader Joe's and you walked by this, would you want to stop and listen to what she's saying? Maybe get on board? The problem with this, obviously, is she's completely ineffective, because there's no context in which the people around her even can connect with any of this. They are busy shopping. Their mind is elsewhere. They're in, grab what I need and leave mode. She's just bursting. The timing is it's not the right place. I don't even know that there would be a right place, really. Probably not.
Do you want blueberries or raspberries? What do you want? You want apple tree? What do you want me to send for you? Sorry, I know it's... Anything you want. Lychee? Come on! Let's make a more beautiful world! Let us unite! I am smart.
There she goes. Once again, escorted out of a store. All right, see the cat. There's a cat on the bottom of the screen. That's her friend there with the cat stroller. Look at this guy. This is the state of security here in Southern California. Look at this. He's just following her around. She's continued to be is allowed to do her thing while this guy kind of uselessly trails her around. Almost like a useless parent or something. She's got a lot of useless father figures following her around. Have you noticed that? Enabling her and like the what was this? DJ Alex brought her to the police station. There's the cat in a stroller. Look at the security guy can't do anything. He can't by law. Can't touch her. Can't push her in any way. Can't even escort her side by side out the door. He just has to follow her around. That's it. That's all he can do. God. Like a child. Is that another security guy there by the... You see how effective they are? That should give you a lot of confidence in the security here in Southern California. 2 security guards, and she's still walking around the store making a scene. Well, that's how much money do they make an hour to just stand there by the door and fist bump somebody who's making a scene? Here comes the cat. Here comes the cat. Give a shout out to you. Trader Joe's. I can't go up those stairs. So her friend's going to be left behind like they always are. It doesn't really matter. Friends is just an accessory. Your friends are just a device, to help her promote herself. So it doesn't matter if her friend just gets left behind with the cat sitting in the stroller. All right, so that was back in April. Okay, so now flash forward a month or so, a month and a half, and she's already been to court, and she claims everything's going to be wiped clean, clear the slate, so far. And then she has also had these, like I said, she gets into these modes where she's kind of not exactly apologetic, but, she really understands. I can't get into people's faces. She said this is not the best way to, communicate with people, try to get through to them. So, you're under the impression, well, if you didn't know her, that, we're turning over a new leaf. There's got to be other ways to, talk to people about her cause. But there's not, because here we go right back into the foray again. This is just this morning, I guess, at the Erewhon down there in Venice. It appears that she gets into. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it's a big fat bore. After about 2 minutes, that's kind of the core of what I want to get to, and then she just goes off into a speech for another 6 minutes and gets into somebody's car. So she's probably that same guy, DJ Alex, that drove her to the West LA police station when she did her Spider-Man speech. So anyway, let's see if she makes some friends today. Let's see if she gets some converts. Hey, Superhero, how's it going? What? The security in this store? Security again? Oh, they're constantly on her.
Do you want to be a part of my hunting party?
Like the whipped cream?
The coconut cream. All right, all of the hunks, if you're between a 9 and a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, then assemble. Hi, Superhero.
can't come.
Oh.
You can't be in the store like this. You have to leave the store, please.
But I don't want to leave this store.
Why do you come to the store like this?
All right, okay. All right, let's go.
She doesn't want to leave.
Will you be a part of my hunting party? Okay, you guys.
Outside the store.
Okay, outside of the store.
Outside the store.
Outside of the store?
You can go be.
I'm going to do a speech outside of the store. Deal?
Outside.
Yeah, see that deal? Like we're partners in this. You know, it's not like he just wants her out and she's just a pest and irritating. Now we're making deals. And like he's agreed to it. He likes her speeches and wants them done outside.
In the front. Okay, deal. No metal, no.
Yeah, he's
no
just
calling
placating
cops.
her.
If I go,
There's
okay,
the cops again.
by the
Mention of the
sidewalk.
police.
All right, deal. In fact, I don't want to block the sidewalk, so I'll go to the side of it. How about that? All right. You heard him. I'm here to gather a hunting party. I'm going to need all of the hunks to assemble. I found out how they've been treating our animal friends. And I know that when I tell you, you will want to come with me and eat animals that live a life of fun and freedom. Okay, ready?
Is it still okay to eat animals? I mean, if you're against eating animals, I guess I'd have to ask why. Is it because they're kept in cages and confined and shot up with hormones? But you would eat them if they're running around and having a good time. I would think that vegans just don't want to eat animals at all, even if they've been frolicking their whole lives.
Here, where you sat.
As she's laid out. Oh, God.
Oh! Super squad.
Uh-oh.
I'm here to gather a hunting
There it is. Okay. This is where I have to stop because this is like where my headache would begin. It is funny though that she just suddenly, and now with the music, boom, music starts and here it is. So it's another 6 minutes of this. So those are my two clips that have to do with being escorted out by security guards. Which is like, again, it kind of falls into her pattern of like repetition. Like she repeats things. She's got a very small little, fishbowl existence where there's just only so many things that are going to happen, I guess, and nothing else. I mean, she doesn't have a life where there's like anything new explored, really. She doesn't travel. It's very confined to the same things. Okay, there's one more thing I found that I think is kind of amusing, so I'm going to jump onto that. Here we go. All right, this is one of the more ridiculous videos that she's posted recently. She's not talking in this one, which is, maybe towards the end she is. But most of this is just it's a display of her complete lack of rhythm. The one thing that's almost kind of charming about her is that she's so awkward. She has no sense of rhythm. The way she dances is so strange. It's almost like kind of like a stamping or a marching motion. She had some videos she did a couple months ago where she was cleaning Big Ben's apartment. And she's kind of like stamping and tromping around. She doesn't actually like dance, as I guess would be the traditional thing. So that is what makes it interesting, right? So we're going to watch a few moments of this, and I'm going to talk about her continuing, hopefully a delusion that she's going to get an IHSS worker, an in-home support service worker, and I'll mention briefly what they do. I guess this is something she feels she needs. She needs to go on disability as well as what she thinks she's gonna get here. So here she is in her little apartment. God, look at that like seam right there, whatever that is. And she's spending her days. This is all paid for. Okay, this little studio apartment that she's gyrating around in right now, with her $34,000 hip. Just looks so strange to me. Hip and butt implants that she sits on when she screams about yuppies, all paid for by other people.
And the apartment that she's living in is all paid for a lot by corporations. Home Depot is the biggest supporter of Step Up. So all the yuppies and people she makes fun of, the people go to work, work hard, make something happen. She's just freeloading off of everybody, and then complaining about market economy, which is exactly why she is able to do this. Is you know burn up time, screw off all day, while you're sitting at your desk earning money to pay rent. She's twirling and shuffling around in this little apartment, doing nothing day after day, doing nothing. Uh, well, she's entertaining us. Okay, I can't say she's doing absolutely nothing. Close to it. So what do IHSS workers do? Okay, what are they meant for? What's their real duty? Mostly it's helping people with disabilities, the elderly, get their household daily things done. Sometimes they drive them places, to doctor's appointments. They will go shopping. They clean up their apartment, all the things that you can't do when you know, cannot get around much anymore. And this is what Daisy wants. She needs somebody to help, with her tasks during the day, because she is, disabled, which is what disability is for, disabled people. What does a IHSS worker actually do? Let's take a look. Does this look like Daisy? Huh? Does this look like the type of services that she needs? Here we've got this lady moving and grooving. She's got more energy than all of us put together. That's one thing I got to say about Daisy. She has got endless energy. She's still going. Nothing's happening, but she's still going.
Even if you're like,
Okay, whatever. So that's it. Those are a couple of latest adventures of Daisy. I thought maybe there was something we could mine a little out of, sort of a little more entertaining than her speeches and long-winded prattling, driving around, suckers driving her around and dropping her off. Very tedious, so that she can be irritating and obnoxious to people that are earning that money, which will be taken away by the government and given to her so she can prance around and make us laugh. So maybe it's all worth it in the end. Maybe I've discovered how it all works. I don't know. What do you think? So that is it. I'll leave it there, and we'll wait for some new stuff. And as always, thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.